Welcome back to Behind the Curtain, where we highlight the best and brightest of the Capital Region's theater scene. You'll be seeing some familiar guests in this episode. The Young Actors Guild of the Capital Region. We've highlighted their past performances here on News 10 ABC, and I'm so happy to be joined by them once again today for this episode. So I'll allow you to introduce yourselves. Thanks so much for coming by.
Oh, thanks for having us. I'm Mary D'Amico, director and founder of the Young Actors Guild of the Capital Region.
Okay.
I'm Jordan Winnie. I'm the student artist of the Young Actors Guild.
So happy to have you here, and I'm glad you brought a piece that you have been working on. It's been great to not only get to bring in the actors and talk to them, but also the behind-the-scenes work, because this is just as important to bringing the production to life as the actors that are on stage. We're here talking about Tarzan specifically for right now. Seeing the poster here, it's just absolutely stunning. This is very, very exciting. It's a story people know and love.
Yeah.
Why did you decide to choose that for this summer?
Well, we did it 10 years ago. And going into it, I was like, Tarzan. But coming out of it, I was like, wow, like what a great message of love for, adoption and for adoptive parents and people who may have been adopted, or just the message of love regardless of blood, anything. And it was so strong that I was like really like moved by it.
Yeah.
So it's been 10 years, so we decided 10 years later we were going to do it again. And we actually have some kids who were in it 10 years ago. Sebi, we wanted to bring him with us, but he wasn't there this morning. But he was 4 when he was in it before, and now he's 14.
My gosh.
So it's like revisiting something that you did when you were really little, and it's been a lot of fun. But it's a great show. And, of course, Phil Collins' music.
He did not have to go that hard on that soundtrack, but he did.
So good.
Yeah,
the music is so powerful.
And the Young Actors Guild is celebrating like a big milestone this year. How long have you all been in operation?
It's 37 years this year.
That is huge.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah, we're heading towards 40.
So big.
I know.
So, Jordan, tell me about what you're holding there.
So this is a dragon puppet for our next show we have down the pipeline. It's How to Train Your Dragon.
Oh my gosh.
Very, very, very good movie. The musical just came out, so we definitely wanted to be some of the first to do it and really get it out there with a big push. So, I mean, it's, there's lots of dragons. Lots of them.
Yeah.
There's
Big
12.
dragons.
Yeah, big dragons. So this is the first one we've made, so it's still sort of a prototype.
Yeah,
but
really hold it up there.
Yeah, see if I can get it on the camera.
And when he says we've made, he made.
He made.
Yes.
The texture on it is so interesting. What did you make that out? I mean, so I always
Are
do
we
this
allowed
to you.
to give?
I try to get you to give away your trade secrets. Tell me as much as you want.
Yeah, what I will say is it's all things that you can resource from things you probably have around the house. And that's my favorite part of it, actually, seeing what we have that we can use. The specifics, I don't know if I can go into.
That's okay.
But
One of the goals I've always had is to teach the kids that you don't need tons of money to create things. So we do things from a very grassroots kind of way. And we find things and we make them into things,
We have lots of things.
Like we did Jesus Christ Superstar years ago, and the entire set was made of dry garbage.
That's
It was amazing. It was
Yeah.
all these stone pillars and everything. And when we were done, we just took them apart and threw them in the garbage. It was great.
Yeah.
But somebody made a comment to me the other day that they couldn't wait to see our Tarzan because our budget was so huge. And I just kind of laughed because our budget is not huge. We're
Yeah.
not funded in any way. But our heart for art is huge. And like when a student like Jordan comes in, and we start to show him when he was a kid, like how we would create these things, I could see his mind was just moving, and now he finally it's all coming to fruition, and he's able to do it himself. But yeah, he just literally went in the other room. We were at the Egg one day, and he went in the other room, and 2 minutes later he comes out, and he's like, how's this for, and I'm like, what?
How did you do that?
He
That's
found a few
awesome.
cardboard boxes and, went to town, so yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
what was that process like for Tarzan? I think of Trash in the Camp and all of the different elements that go into that. What were your favorite things to work on for the show?
Yeah, so Tarzan, it's very, very, very popular show. So it's very practical. There's a lot of, when you think of Tarzan, there's a lot of it's a big jungle environment that has to be both look good and be practical. So for me, it's been seeing how I can take a step back and build on to the practical elements of what's already there. So, it was a little different than, I get the vision in my head and then I'm making things out of things that don't have to support whole human beings. But this time around, it was a very different process, but very useful. So it's been great to work with other people and then build off of their ideas
Yeah.
as opposed to vice versa.
Yeah, because we built like a whole structure so the kids can hang off of it, like a
Right.
jungle gym kind of thing. And so we need to incorporate that into the jungle so that it doesn't look like a jungle gym on stage.
Of course.
So that's like where he would come in with us, you know, and just kind of cover everything.
Make it look more
Yeah,
natural.
yeah.
So how far away are we from opening?
Friday night.
Okay. And tell everyone right now when and where they can see it, where they get tickets.
Friday night at 7 and Saturday at 2 p.m. And it's at the Tamarack Auditorium.
And this is great for all ages.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
That's
really
awesome.
is. Yeah, it's great for all ages. I mean, I think the last time we did it, we had a lot of crying parents in the audience.
I know.
Because
You'll
it's
Be
so
in My
beautiful.
Heart. That
Yeah,
song.
it really is. It's beautiful. So yeah, all ages. Yep.
Is there anything else you want people to know
About
before
Tarzan?
they? Yeah, about Tarzan, about the crew's work on it up to this point.
Huh? Oh, youngactorsguild.com for tickets.
Slash
tickets.
tickets.
She's
All
my
right.
tech person.
Yeah, we'll make sure that we get that out for everybody.
Yeah.
But yeah, what does this production kind of say about the culture that you've created with your theater group? You know, what's it like? I remember, because I grew up doing summer theater where
Yeah, you
it was
said
like
that.
sort of like a camp where you
Yeah.
were there every day like it was school. And that's a lot different than during the school year where you have other responsibilities and whatnot.
Yeah.
What have you seen from the kids this summer in terms of, was it a transformative experience for some of them?
I think every summer is, honestly.
Yeah.
We spend a lot of time talking to the kids about being in the moment and looking around you and seeing the people that you're working with, because that and especially here we have kids in we have 2 alums who are back who built the Jungle Gym. They're in their 40s and they grew up here as children. It's your child place, and so I try to remind them that you'll never make friends the same way as an adult as you will when you're a child. You know, you give more of yourself because you do it freely. And so we talk a lot about that, and I think Tarzan plays into that because there's all the little families that we have formed on the stage. And, of course, being, like you said, it's different than during the school year. They're together every day, all day. So, yeah, there's going to be a lot of tears on Saturday.
Oh, yeah.
We did a show this past weekend, and there were a lot of tears when that ended. So, yeah, there's going to be a lot of tears, and that's the goal, really. Not to make kids cry, but
Right. Give them something.
Yeah, to remind them
Yeah.
of the human condition, like looking around them and making sure that they're enjoying that.
Yep.
Phones are put away, you know what I mean? And it's just focusing on, like, being part of that community. So, yeah. I think this show does play well into that, too.
Beautiful.
So, yeah.
Well, thank you both so much. Coming up after the
welcome.
break, we'll be joined by 2 more cast members from Tarzan. So stick around. Welcome back to Behind the Curtain. We continue to highlight the Young Actors Guild of the Capital Region and their upcoming production of Tarzan. I'm joined now by 2 members of the cast. Thank you so much for coming by the studio today. Yeah, why don't you start by introducing yourselves?
I'm Zachariah Francis. I've been going to YAG for a while. It's really great. I love being here.
And I think that's you in the poster, is it not?
That is me.
So you're playing Tarzan.
I am, yeah.
Okay, and how about you?
I'm Lorelai Adamo. I've been going to YAG for a while too. Yeah.
And you play?
I play Jane.
Okay, great. So we have our 2 leads with us here in the studio right now. You open on Friday, so we're just a few days away. How are you feeling right now?
I usually always say nervous, but when you're doing it, it's like how it's always is. You just kind of just go through it.
Yeah, it's like second nature. You've
Yeah.
been rehearsing so hard, and it's been a lot of work leading up to this point.
Yeah.
Young Actors Guild, it sounds like both of you have been with the company for some time now. Why do you keep coming back?
It's a good question. It has to be, for me, because of the community and the skills that we're learning, the way that our character is being built over and over again by making productions, by meeting new people, by learning the life skills that we learn there.
Yeah. I was also a theater kid growing up, and we were just talking earlier before the break about how doing summer theater is particularly fun because you don't have the school responsibilities. You are totally focused and engrossed in the show. How has that been like? It's been a lot of hard work, I'm sure, but has the rehearsal process been a lot of fun?
It definitely has been a lot of fun. 'Cause
Yeah.
you're there almost every day of the week.
Mm-hmm.
So there's not like a break in between where you're like, dang, I really want to be there.
Yeah. And for you, being the title character and Tarzan being such a well-known character and a beloved one, how did you approach it, knowing that there are these established notions about who Tarzan is?
It's definitely been something I had to like really get into because Tarzan doesn't know who he is in the beginning of the show. He kind of progressively gets to that point. And like the whole meaning of family in the show really means a lot to me.
Yeah.
And having to like be that character, like it's something I can't explain. Like it's really like challenging.
Yeah. And you see some of yourself in him, it sounds
Yeah.
like. Yeah. And how about you as Jane? I feel like she is so complex. She comes from one world and then sort of finds herself in another and really fits in there, but at the same time she's feeling that push and pull, right?
Yeah. The character of Jane herself, I feel like I can relate to with her passions, with how she went, to study the gorillas and everything that she does there. I feel like I can relate to that fact with her and the reasons she chose to stay there because she felt like that was really where she was meant to be, that there was everything there for her that she needed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's beautiful. And how about the two of you working together? Have you been in shows together before?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. But is this your first time kind of playing leads together in a show?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Well, that's really exciting. When you work with the same cast members in a show over and over again, but you're playing different roles, I mean, how much fun is it to see each other sort of transform into different people?
Yeah. Definitely in chemistry you got to build over time too.
Yeah. And okay, talk to me a little bit because we saw Jordan earlier and he showed us and talked about sort of the set building. What about the costumes? How does that help you get into character and transform?
The costumes for the characters, it's definitely like you see yourself as yourself and then you're stepping into this costume, so it feels like you're really getting into character when you get the costume.
Yeah.
It's a weird switch.
So this show is so great for families. We were just earlier talking about how it's very emotional, very moving. Parents and kids seeing it together, that song, You'll Be in My Heart, it's hard not to cry listening to it. How do you hope you make people feel when they see the show?
I mean, hopefully that they can feel like they're going to find, what they enjoy, where they're supposed to be. Because I feel like what the whole play, the whole movie's about is finding yourself.
Mm-hmm. And what about you?
Definitely the true meaning of family.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people don't understand that. Like, you could call anybody family or anything home.
Right. Yeah. Family is more than just blood, right? It's the people that we choose to be in our lives.
Like, all the people that I work with are my family. I consider them family.
That's so beautiful that you get to be in a cast with your family and then play these families on stage. So is this Tech Week? This is considered Tech Week. So all the pieces are finally coming together all at once. What's the difference when you go from rehearsal where it's like bare bones and then you're in tech? Is it finally feeling like real, like this is happening Friday?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. But do you feel ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Once you're immersed in like the set and everything around you, it kind of just all comes together.
Yeah, it starts to click, right?
Yeah.
Thank you both so much for coming
Thank
by.
Yeah, thank
Break
you.
legs this weekend. We can't wait to see how you all do. And before we go, I wanted to ask you both, because we have so many young aspiring performers in our area, what is the goal for you someday? Do you have any big dreams, or are you just living in the moment? Maybe a little bit of both, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just really fun.
Yeah.
Something that everybody should do because you can make a lot of good friends off of it.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely.
Well, thank you both so much. Appreciate your time. And again, Tarzan opens this weekend, August 7th and 8th, and you can find more details on news10.com. Before we close the curtain on this week's episode, here's a look ahead at some other shows you can see or audition for in the Capital Region soon. The Charles R. Wood Theater in Glens Falls is having auditions for its annual cabaret. This year is a pop-influenced mixed media theme. The cabarets are described as low commitment and a great way to make connections and work with theater professionals while having fun. You have 2 chances to audition, Sunday, August 9th and Wednesday, August 12th. Jekyll and Hyde is coming to Schenectady Light Opera Company. It's a dark, thrilling musical about a brilliant doctor whose daring experiment unleashes his violent alter ego. The show runs September 11th through 20th. And you can cut loose at Cahoe's Music Hall. Footloose, presented by Playhouse Stage Company, runs through August 15th. The musical brings the smash 1984 film to life with electrifying 80s anthems, including Let's Hear It for the Boy and Holding Out for a Hero. Thanks for watching this episode of Behind the Curtain. If you have a story idea that highlights the Capital Region theater scene, email me, gbruno@news10.com. See you next week.